This is what you might call the Trinity of EDC. At least that's what I'm going to call it right now. 3 items that you should have on you at all times. I want to show you guys different levels of EDC, meaning different capabilities and different sizes, different weight, and what you give up and what you sacrifice versus what you gain as you move up in size and in weight. This is sort of my entry level, very basic, always have on you regardless where you're going, because it weighs so little and it's such a small package, it doesn't make sense to not have it. This is the Trinity, again, is the very basics of EDC, in my opinion. That is a knife, a flashlight, and some kind of multi-tool. And here we've got a CRKT Pikes Peak, a Phoenix E01 or E01, and a Victorinox Classic. Let's get the weight on this. All 3 of these together. Let's see, let's get this zeroed first, make sure we're good. Oh. Let's try this off and then back on. Okay, let's do it in grams. This extremely lightweight package is 94 grams. I'll give it ounces too. 3 3/8 ounces. Very light. Should always have at least this much on you. Capability, obviously, you're going to have not that many lumens on this light. This is just an LED light, I believe something like 10 lumens. And there's only one mode. And this is a small, plain edge pocket knife. It'll do what you need it to do. Open boxes, you know, cut rope, whatever. Victorinox Classic, you guys should all know what this has. Another pocket knife, a flathead and a file, scissors, and then the infamous or famous toothpick and tweezers. Okay, so if you wanted to, let's say, get more, if you wanted to, let's zero this back out, get more horsepower on your flashlight, another option might be this Phoenix LD01. This will give you up to 3 modes, with the high mode, the turbo mode, at 80 lumens, I believe, something like that, 70 or 80 lumens. That's going to give you a lot more throw, a lot more capability, and it'll weigh in at same weight. However, this is going to cost about $20 to $30 more than this E01. Same size practically, but a lot more weight. Let's say you wanted to upgrade on maybe the capabilities of this knife. Maybe a little bigger knife would be something like this. This is the San Remo 743. Very inexpensive still. Has a Benchmade style axis lock. Very lightweight because there's no, the steel liners don't go all the way through. Only it ends right there, and then the rest of it is just composite materials. Has a bottle opener. A little bit more capability with the LD01. That comes in at 3 3/4. Of course, that's with the lanyard. Lanyard gives you a little bit more capability. Again, you get to hold it, choke it back a little further, or you got a length of paracord to be able to tie stuff off with. Excuse me. Okay, so that's that. If you want more capability on your multi-tool, you could go up to like this Gonzo. I believe this is the 101. you get pliers, and you get a lot more tools. That weight penalty, let's do it without the sheath, is going to be significant. Now we're at 6 ounces. So even with our small package, with the lightest knife in the bunch, Pikes Peak, 5.5 ounces. But you get more capability with this. Okay? Let's move up to the next stage. Let's upgrade the knife again. If we were to upgrade the knife to, let's say, a oh, what do we got? How about a San Remo 710, the one that everybody loves. Okay, 710, and let's say we go to a Phoenix PD30 flashlight. Now we're at 9 ounces. A lot more capability. We have 235 lumens of throw, or of brightness from that flashlight. It has, I believe, 5 modes: low, medium, high, turbo. No, 6 modes: low, medium, high, turbo, SOS, and strobe. So that's what that's going to give you. You're taking that weight penalty. And this one, you lose the bottle opener of this small blade, but you gain a much larger blade. You get a much better grip on it. More slicing capability. Longer blade means bigger belly. All that good stuff. This frame lock arguably maybe has better locking capability than this. Well, definitely more than this liner lock, possibly more than this axis lock, or this rip-off, knockoff axis lock. So that's 9 ounces. We could upgrade, let's say, the knife yet again to maybe this San Remo 939. This one you've seen maybe once or twice before, but I haven't done a review on it. Awesome knife, smooth as butter, great lockup. The only gripe that I have is this clip is a little big. It kind of sticks out. But besides that, it's relatively light because it's kind of skeletonized. Full flat ground blade. Kind of a modified sheep's foot blade, so not as good for stabbing, but definitely great for cutting, food prep, maybe search and rescue work. But that's going to add 1.5 ounces. We're going to be at 10.5 ounces. I guess we'll stick with ounces rather than grams. I think that's what probably most people who's going to be watching this will be used to. Okay. Then where can we go? Let's upgrade this MultiTool. If we were to upgrade that MultiTool to maybe, let's say my Leatherman PST2. 12 7/8. Again, we have pliers still, but now we've got a lot more stuff in here. We've got a bigger backup blade, a file, screwdrivers, and all that good stuff. A ruler, and these pliers are going to be a lot more capable. As they're bigger, you get more leverage. Again, comes with that weight penalty. 12 7/8. Alternatively, you could go with something like this buck tool. I've had this for a while too. This opens up a little bit differently. Similar capability, but heavier. 14.25 ounces. Because it's got bigger jaws. Slightly bigger jaws than this Leatherman. Similar amount of tools, 4 on each side. I don't like this one as much just because the needle nose isn't as sturdy. You see a lot of flex there. So I don't feel like I can grip it. I can pull this hard without risking any kind of breakage. But so far so good. I've had this for years. I shouldn't really worry that much. But it's heavier, probably similar capability, but we're moving up. So let's move the knife maybe to maybe this CRKT Hammond Cruiser. Much larger blade, fuller grip. You get a full hand on the grip. Depending on what you prefer, this has got a really fast deployment with the flipper. And it's got the CRKT patented locking mechanism, which I like this one better than the M16, which automatically locks, and it makes closing a bit of a hassle if you're just going to pull it out for a quick chore. What is this going to weigh in at? Now we're up to 15 3/4. Now we're getting to a big package. We started out with a little setup like this. Now we're up to that. And we're going to keep going. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's move up in flashlights. We're going to remove the PD-30. Great light. We're going to move to a Phoenix TK15. If you can tell, I like Phoenix. High value. Now we're at a pound. 1 pound, 3 1/8 ounces. What does this light give you? This light gives you, obviously, more lumens. I believe this is 3, somewhere in the 3s. I have to check. You've got a bezel that you can use as a strike tool. We also have momentary on, which the PD-30 does not have, and this comes in handy. But that weight penalty is significant. Again, 1 pound, 3 1/8 ounces. Okay, so what else can we do from here? Let's go with a bigger knife. This is a bigger knife, but it may not be heavier. Okay, just because the knife is concerned. This is 1 pound, 3 1/8 ounces with a Hammond Cruiser from CRKT. Now let's go to this cold steel Voyager XL. Lighter, 1 pound, 2 1/2 ounces. And this is a massive blade. This is an example of choosing your gear, of how choosing your gear can make a big difference. You get more capability with lighter weight as compared to Hammond Cruiser. Although different blade shape arguably serves different tasks, but at the same time we're talking about probably over an inch bigger. Okay? That is the cold steel Voyager XL. Plain edge. 1 pound, 2 1/2 ounces. Let's keep moving up. Let's move this buck tool and go ahead and throw on, just for the sake of weight, not necessarily more capability. This is a heavy sucker. The Gonzo G201. Bigger jaws, so more leverage. But now we're back up to 1 pound, 5 3/8 ounces. You get more capability when you throw in these the driver bits. Okay, 1 pound, 7 7/8 ounces. All right, can we go higher? Yes, we can. Let's go with an even bigger light. Okay, you ready for this? Phoenix TK45. This is the monster of a flashlight. The flashlight ends here, but now we're at 2 pounds, 3 5/8 ounces. This is going to be the equivalent of a halogen headlight of a car when it comes to brightness. And I believe we're at the 700 lumen range. Lots of modes: low, medium, high, turbo, and then I believe we have SOS, and we have just a flashing, and then we have strobe. Okay, so one more mode than the PD30, but much brighter. Okay, so this is not going to be really an EDC. This is going to be something you carry in your car, or at the very, very, very least in your backpack or on a load-bearing vest. Okay, 2 pound, 3 5/8 ounces. MultiTool is also in right here. I don't have anything bigger than this, but I do have a bigger knife, bigger folder. I'm not going to show any fixed blades in this. You might know what folder is coming. Cold Steel Raja 2. And now we're going to be at 2 pound, 11 3/8 ounces. If we're going to really max it out, let's put this back in its sheath. £2, 12 3/4 ounces. That is the top end of my EDC Trinity. This setup right here. Okay, as compared to the low end, which is these itty bitty little pieces. Okay, 3 different categories: knife, multi-tool, light. 3 different categories: knife, multi-tool, light. I hope you guys enjoy that little video. Thanks for watching.